Okay, introduce yourself.
Yeah, so basically, I'm Ashwini Kumar. Firstly, I thank you for this opportunity, sir. I'm so excited for this interview. And firstly, I'm living in Noida, and currently, I have a total experience 6.6 year I in a testing I'm working approx more than 5 years as a manual tester. And in a API, I have worked in a from last 1 year. I am working in a API. So in a last organization was Copper Chips where I am working, and there was a project is a Vista Direct project, which is a US based project, and I am working there as a senior manual tester, and my role and responsibility is I'm working in a regression testing, functional testing. API testing, database testing, and maximum working in a regression always because very startup company and project in a very frequently going releases. So I am working in a regression always.
Okay. So talk about while you perform regression testing in your company, how is it decided? How in your company it is decided which kind of regression testing to be performed?
Which kind of regression testing? Regression testing kind of if going any changes or any bug fixes, then after the all bug fixes, all we have sure everything is okay. Then end of time we have doing regression, we have test our whole application, and every modules we have test after the bug fixes, all bug fixes, and we ensure that the everything is okay in new changes. Basically regression doing is we have ensured that the if through any changes or bug fixes, they are not impacted in a current or existing functionality.
Okay. Can you talk about some types of regression testing?
Types of regression testing, sorry sir.
It is unit regression testing, full regression testing, and regional regression testing.
Okay, unit full and regional. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, what are your roles and responsibilities in your current organization as a tester?
Role as a role responsibility is I am taking daily stand up call, checking mail. Firstly, I have started when I am just login in a two, like my office time is 2 to 11 UK based timing. So then after we have a check a mail, if any coming from any mail from developer team or a client side. So and then we have a start working, and I'm always involved in a test case preparation, test case review also, and I am always involved in a test a test planning and uh, functional testing, regression testing always, and always involved in a retrospective meeting also end of the time after complete the sprint.
Okay. So explain about a software development lifecycle in your organization. How you develop, what all stages you in your organizations you cover while developing a software application.
Software development lifecycle is we have develop a software which is ensure that the any software is fully bug free or uh, it is a standardized software, we have a given if any client, then client are like ensure that this software is okay and completely we have uh, used for customer or like a production. So development life cycle is like uh, different stages. Firstly, requirement gathering, requirement specification, designing, like coding, testing, and maintenance. So in a requirement specification is like a gather the requirement from the client or a customer, and then review we have a f- uh, f- then we have doing feasibility study, like how much feasible this application or of how much feasible this software in a mm, kind of like how much requirement employee resources, and which area we have to mainly focus, and in a feasibility study how much expenses of this particular software or product, and then prepared documentation, like a higher level documentation, lower level documentation, and then designing uh,
Okay, Aswini, can you sit just in a constant position instead of moving?
yeah, sure, sure.
Okay, now continue.
And then after like coding, tester has been tested application, and then maintenance part is started.
Okay. Can you explain about release notes?
Yeah, release note is a part of a like a end of the time when testing team has made completed all areas, and like a testing team is ensure that the we have tested each and everything, and not any bug which is like higher severity and higher priority. All these types of bug is not in present in current product. And then we have given a release note in a we have already like everything is mentioned in a release note, like testing, and which like how much we have found bug, and how much like fixes in a, and in a release note everything is mentioned, like a testing report is also mentioned in there.
Okay, how many builds you have tested in your current organization?
How many builds in a current organization? I'm not like a mm, is like I'm not a confirmed like how much, but approx
Approximately, you can say.
yeah,
Approx number you can say. Approximately.
approx sir, I have tested approx more than 50 builds.
Okay. Have you faced any difficulties or ambiguities while testing any software application?
Yeah, lots of time, sir. I have faces. Uh, Sometimes, like uh, releasing time is the only like give. We have a sign off. We have given sign off in a within a 2 days, like after 48 hour, and sometimes sometimes uh, my colleagues is not available, and they are taking leave emergency, and one more things, like sometimes we have raised any bugs, and like developer team is not agree with this bug, and like sometimes we have all testing has been completed, and end of the regression, after we have given some uh, we have given to sign up, but we have found in a regression, during the regression we have found a higher severity, higher priority bug, then we have facing these types of issue.
Okay. So in API, you can talk about what are the client side errors we have.
Yeah, client side error, sir, approx like a client side error is a 400 range error, like a 400 to 499. So 400 is not found, and like a 400 400 is a bad request, which is a like a when we have a given some error or like a syntax error, we have given some URL or syntax wrongly entered, then we have found a like a bad request. For like a 401 is a unauthorized, like unauthorized is like a when we have a enter some wrong credential, then we have found a 401 uh, in a during the enter the token, we have a enter user ID or password, then sometimes we have a enter wrong credential, then we have found a 401. 403 is forbidden, like a sometimes I don't have a access of a particular page, and we have to try like a open this page, then we have found a 403 forbidden, and 404 is a not found, like a not found is like a uh, mm, sometimes a 404 like a we have a inter version of like a v3 or v4 in a URL during the enter the URL, we have enter some wrong like a v versioning issue, or sometimes we have a like a we have using the post method, and sometimes we have using on behalf of post we have using get, then we have found out like a 404.
Okay. Okay. Explain about the HTTP methods we use in API.
HTTP method, sir, HTTP method is like a hypertext transfer protocol is we have a HTTP method is like a put, patch, delete, update, like a mm, trace. We have used like a delete. So in a get in a put we have a like a replace the file resource, and in a post like we have a create new resource during, then we have a use post method, delete like we when we have a remove the existing resource, then we have used the delete method, like a patch is like we have update the existing data existing resource, then we have a use patch method, and like mm, get is some we have a retrieve the new resource from the server, then we have a use get method.
Okay. You said that you review the test cases in your organization. So can you
Yeah,
talk about
sometimes
how you review the test cases?
uh, mm, in the review during the reviews we have ensure like a test cases is like a cover every part or every area or not, like or like a test cases is not a more out of the box, they are not a like a create or not a write cases, and like test cases should be like uh, mainly we have covered like every each and every part that review during the review we have ensure that the tester cover the every part of areas. which is important.
Okay. What is error seeding?
Error seeding, right?
Yes, error seeding.
Yeah. Error seeding is a kind of kind of a cascading, right? Because I'm not recalling a proper error shading meaning.
Actually means intentionally, knowingly adding bugs into the application is error seeding.
Okay, so bug. Okay, error city and like a bug release. You can say like a intentionally you have a know the this is a bug and we are going this.
Release of bugs are of low priority. Here in error seeding, it can be low or high, very
Okay,
high
okay.
priority. It can be.
Thank you. Good. Thank you. Error seeding.
Okay. So, what are the principles in software testing?
Yeah, software testing principle is 7 types of principle. Like testing, first is a testing always presence, testing showing in the always presence of defect. Uh, testing like a testing talk about the always presence of defect. Uh, and second is like a exhaustive testing is not possible. Like we have not ensured that the any software has been tested like each and every area and every test cases we have covered. uh, so sometimes we have covered like higher severity and higher priority, like a higher prioritize and like a main functionality we have tested and we have given sign off in a particular area. And like early testing, third one, early testing is like a early testing is like if we have a tested in a early phases of the early development, early phases of development cycle, then we have a like a less time consuming and less mm, uh, like expenses. And fourth one is like mm, mm, fourth one is a
Avoid
yeah,
pesticide.
yeah, pesticide paradox.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah, yeah. Pesticide paradox is like in this case, pesticide paradox. In this case, we have a like a, always update the test cases. Like if we are using same test cases, then we have a less chances of the new bug generation generate new bug reproduce. So we have to always update the test cases. And mm, defect clustering. Defect clustering is like a if we have found any bug in any area, then we have we have a chance, we have more chance to another bug reproduce this side. And like testing always testing always context dependent. So like we have uh, we have an approach like a approaching of testing is like a different types, like if we have a test different different kind of application to different require different approaches.
mm,
Testing context dependent. So different context is a different requirement, different test cases or different approaches for testing. And last one is error falsy. Error falsy is like we have ensure that if any application is bug free, but this application is not useful for a customer or a end user, then this application is not this is not useful for anything.
Okay. Tell some component test cases of any social media site, either Facebook or Twitter.
Uh, Testing components components, we have take an example like any e-commerce like a Amazon, Flipkart.
Or any social media, can you say any social media site component testing? What all components we test in social media site?
We have a take example is like Instagram, right?
Hmm.
Then Instagram is a component is like a first is login page. Uh, we have a in a login page we have a test mainly user ID, password, and we submit button, like a remember me, and and after like a successful login page, uh, then we have go to the home pages, and in the home pages we have a test like a mm, friendly there are first one is a friend list, or like a user id of user id, or like a mm, so in this case we have taken different areas. Firstly is uh, search button is also there, and we have a search any friend or any like a group, and we have a create a group like a not another one is a notification areas, we have a enable a notification or a disable. There
Hmm.
should be we have test, we have test like a upload the photos, videos. Then we have test also.
Okay, tell some system scenario of this Zoom application.
Zoom application, we have a system scenario like a different system like a different components of this Zoom application, like a chat. We have a test uh, chat process, like we have a written some a message in a chat box. Then we have send, and another side they are receiving or not. Mm, they are like a audio is enable or not. We have another option is the audio is also. Sometimes we have a like a without audio, pause the audio or not, we have enable, or enable video or not. In this case when we have uh, calling through Zoom, then Zoom like a call is mm, call is going, or and another side they are like any notification are uh, like a accepting or not, and like a visual or not. Yeah, another one is like a recording part is also when we have calling Zoom we have a Zoom calling. Then we have a like a one part is the recording is doing or not.
Mhm. Actually, each scenario will have 3 to 4 modules in system scenario. So it will be better like searching for Zoom application in web. Then after that, the same scenario, login into Zoom application using valid credentials. Then after that, clicking on the video to on the
Yeah,
video.
yeah,
Then
yeah, yeah,
after
yeah,
that,
yeah.
putting off the video. So these are 4 modules together consist of one scenario. So that is system testing end to end.
Yeah,
Then after
end-to-end
that,
testing.
ending the meeting.
Yeah, and in the
And this consists
then
of whole end to end one single scenario. Likewise, every scenario will be end to end in case of system testing for any application, including Zoom. Okay,
yeah, yeah,
now Ashwini, thank you. You are very good knowledge in all topics, but thing is, you are a bit very nervous. Your way of explanation should improve, and you are very much fumbling and doing. You should sit constant while answering questions. You are roaming
okay,
and
okay,
shaking yourself. You should not shake yourself. That's unprofessional actually in any interview. So once you give
okay,
much more interviews, then you perform better than this. You have very high potential.
okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.